Hello and welcome back. I'm Jill, and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Season 4. This is also the fourth try at this intro, so let's see what happened while you were gone. All the farms are set up, they're harvesting, they're doing things, and that is great. I took out a few more loans, and that's not ideal. I think I'm close to 20 million right now. Everything over here is starting to turn on into work. The city over here is working and has some constructions going on, and overall, we're in a really good state to expand now. Finally, it was a lot of calmness so far, and now we're just going to speed up a little bit again, because we're starting to have some money, and we're starting to have the people that we can actually get really big. So, let's do that. So it's 1985. I don't know if I waited 1 or 2 years, at least a couple years, but things are working pretty okay. We have this rail distribution office over here now, with several trains in it, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's filling up the vault, which is our main storage, and I actually put the name on it. See, if you don't know how to do that, you use this little T underscore instead of the R underscore, and that's what this name is from. But yeah, we have a lot of crops, and that's great. And I am using that distribution office to take crops from these two farms, which this silo was pretty full for a while, that wasn't good, to any place that we need it. I'm not going to get rid of this food factory that we have down here, because this actually supplies food for the main building. Oh, sorry, for the main village that we started with, and that is awesome. And I don't want to interrupt anything that's going on over here, so we'll leave that, but that's great. The other thing, yeah, I turned on the food factory over here. I built all these pieces. I completed the rail in this area. I think it looks great, and it's working pretty all right. We have a lot of crops coming in here with that rail distribution office, and we are producing enough food to actually export it and make some money. Plus, I turned off the imports of food. I don't even know if that is showing yet, but let's just look at it. Last month, import of resources, I still imported a tiny bit of food. That may have been at the main village, because I also allow the small the small distribution office over here to pick up some food from the border post, just in case we are running low on food, which honestly we probably would often potentially. Once this is really full, I may turn it off again, but for right now I'm just going to leave it the way it is. Yeah, so we're turning off imports, we are cranking up the exports. All that is great. But this guy continuously missing chemicals. And it's pretty easy to understand why. We need 2.6 tons of chemicals per day. This per day? I think this is per work day. So 2.6 tons of chemical per work day. You know how much this one puts out? 0.8. 0.8. That is 3 chemical plants may run this chemical, the alumina plant. And that's what we need. We need to upgrade this and actually get that done pretty quick, so we can actually make money, because every time the aluminum train does export something, and there's a food train going out, 176,000. Honestly, this is not a lot of money. I may consider turning this off sooner rather than later, because alumina, bauxite, a bunch of other things make a lot more money than that, so, well, we'll just leave it alone. But, yeah, the stuff that's in here, when we actually do have aluminum oxide, there's the guys currently leaving, 260,000 for not even a full train. It's just 2 wagon full. That is awesome, but again, we need more chemicals, otherwise this is not going to work. Where should we put the chemicals? Well, we do have a small train platform over here that could reach another smaller industrial sector right out here, or I can put that... I could put it over in this general area. I really just want two extra chemical plants that we can actually fill up this alumina plant with chemicals all the time. And once we have that, I'm pretty happy. But I haven't fully decided yet where we want to put that. Also, we have a little village over here that if I put chemicals any closer to the village, then the village is always going to die. And I can't really afford that yet either. So where should I put chemicals? Chemicals. We have this little complex that is not doing a lot, and we have a bus station already set up over here, and there is space. There is perfect space here, because we need a lot of things, but we don't need a lot of anything for the chemical plant. What I'm saying there is, only needs 0.2 tons of gravel. That's 2 trucks that can always keep this filled, no problem. We need some wood, that's 2 trucks, can always keep this filled. We need some crops, always 2 trucks, always keep this filled. Even 1 truck could keep this filled. Even a distribution office with some with some logic in there, could keep all of this operational. So I think I like that. Let's see what we have for options for chemical plants. We have three. We have the, sorry, that's plastic, my bad. Regular chemical plant has about an output of 0.8 for 60 workers. Okay, chemical lab, probably too small. Chemical plant is the big one. This needs 420 workers. We're not going to be able to bring that many out here. That is the other thing that I should consider. Buses will not be able to fill up the chemical plant production, period. I know that. So that's probably not really going to work very well. Now, I do have some space over here that is in a chemical complex in a way, that's far enough away, but that's also already attached to a rail line that we could use. Maybe like this. We could also reutilize this spot right here, because oil is one of the things that we need for chemical plants to work. The only problem here is we can't build a large industrial setup with forklift routes and gravel delivery, and then, well, we could get oil from here pretty easy. But is that where I want it? What I'm saying is here, I could just make the pipe go underground, and then we don't have to worry about it. Again, all I want right now is 2, maybe 3 extra chemical plants, maybe even 4. Let's see what we can fit in here, because if I can't get the huge chemical plant in here, that is something I would consider, even though I can't currently produce it. So this one needs wood, crops, gravel, oil. 8.4 tons, 420 people. I'm just doing the math, trying to do the math here. 420 people, so 6 is 36, so that's 7 times more, 7 times more. This one just produces a little extra, just a little extra, but I think there's an option to actually plop this either in there or in here, and if I pop it in here, it could be part of this rail line that already exists. And that piece alone really gets me excited about it, because I would like a train, well, I would like train contact, but then I realized that the alumina plant right now, the way it is, will not need train contact for anything either. Putting this here just means that I need a train that can at least deliver 1,000 people at a time, and that's going to be more of a challenge, potentially, than anything else. Is this the right place, or should I put it over here and just accept that it's never gonna be full? Or should I put it here and add another train stop? Kind of like the train stop option. I kind of like a lot of things about this. What's the other thing? 162 tons of steel. Okay, 45 tons of steel. It is cheaper to build, I think. Almost 7,000 almost 8,000 work days times this. Yeah, this is 7 times the size in terms of production, or even a little more, but it's only about 4 times the cost of material. So actually, this one doesn't even use prefabs. This one uses a lot of prefabs. No, I feel like I should stick to the smaller one. What is this one? This one feels appropriate, but look at the workdays. No, this one honestly feels like a great mod. Just looking at it, the way it behaves, what it does right now already, that feels really good. The only problem is I probably need to get workers from the main city to get in there, and that's going to be a little hard, especially if I'm staying out there. I could use this location for placing it. There's generally not a lot of people that get in here, and the ones that I have to go to the mines. You know what? No, these are all bad ideas, because this one is definitely overloaded. All the connections that it has is literally every building in this industrial sector. And look at this. There are, well, 114 workers. That's not a lot, but it's just full of other things too. There's so many people on there already, and everyone goes somewhere. None of these buildings right now are filled with workers, even when they arrive. There's a couple more arriving right now, and none of these fill up. So I really shouldn't add more complexity to just this area. So we still have over here, potentially, because it will be pretty easy to allow, well, again, then we have a lot more people having to go here. I think think I made my decision. I think this feels like the most appropriate place for it. Yeah, that's what we're gonna go with. Liquids. Get rid of this pipe for right now. We're gonna make this an underground pipe. And once we get to it, then let's go to the chemicals and just plop down one big one. All I really care about here. Can I... Okay. It does not look like I will be able to easily add it to this side of the production zone, and that is fine. I would have to add you here. There's a warehouse connection I could use. I could add a warehouse on there. Yeah, no, you know what? I think out here will make myself a lot happier, so let's just do that. Sure. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's just the first part. The second part is the construction office. Oh, ooh, the city is pretty much done. I have to add you to my distribution office. That should be pretty simple. Very good. Then are you limiting your mounts? You are limiting your mounts, just not appropriately yet. That looks good. You have all of that, what you need. That is great. This is the construction office. I should give construction office 2 a quick task, which is expand here and do the other construction pieces that we need. And in that time, I may change my mind about the chemical plant where it has to go. Yeah, teaser, huh? But I really think it should go over there because we will be able to send a lot of large trains to that station to drop off many people. I hope. There may be a problem. That station is only a single station platform right now. That could be bad. But then if I connect the chemical plant directly, I could send people there directly via train. So there are some options that we have. I just don't know which one the right option is at this point. Anyways, stop babbling on and let's get some construction set up here because we need this for the next part, for the next step of what's going on. Collision train cannot pass. Don't scare me. I had this happen once and then nothing was moving. Oh, I see. The problem is this signal does not belong there anymore. I expanded this to be 2 platforms instead of 1 because I have all the trains go out to that platform. And then I also expanded the trains, or I don't think you saw all these trains. I have 3 trains running here on the line, and each of them are motor wagons, and each of them is also having at least one train car, 1 passenger car. I think they all have 2 now. And it's working pretty alright. There's generally not a lot of leftover workers on the station, which is really all I care about. So the frequency is fine, and the power production has been working okay. So I think that is good. Good, cool. Babble. Let's get busy over here. Let's pull this out just a little bit so we have some room. I'm going to leave the road alone for right now, and now we just need to connect all the pieces that we need. In this case, I will say I'm absolutely expecting to add local storages for all of these buildings, because without them, we may have a problem to build everything that we have to build from here on out. So let's flip you. Sure, honestly it doesn't. Can you be on this side? Yeah, I will accept you on this side. Flip you again. You're not flipping the way... Oh, no, I just can't see the road connection like I expected to see it. That looks fine, that looks fine. I'm gonna pull you over here because I think I can get a small enough container to store the liquid in right next to you. So let's do that, small enough container. I would like 300 tons of bitumen, sounds great. Right here should honestly do the trick and give me a pipe that just connects right into there. Beautiful. Make it nice and round. Great. That's one of the storages done. Cool. I need the next storage, which will be dry bulk, because that is cement. We are not producing cement yet. That is something I am very much looking forward to doing, but just haven't had time yet. 1,100 tons is too much. 75 tons, maybe just right. 100 tons feels the most right out of all the options that I saw here. Should I do it with a... Huh. I like the factory connection. I don't have a problem with it, so that is what we're gonna do. And then all we need here is a bus stop so we can actually service all of these industries, and that should be pretty easy. I don't want to go too crazy here about thinking about this, so that one goes there. There's a direct connection here. That is stupid. That is very stupid, Joe. Why is that stupid? Because having a direct connection to the asphalt plant means that even the trucks that need to go to the asphalt plant will go through the exact same connection, and that is bad because that generally causes a backlog that you don't want. So what we're going to do instead is this, plop the station right in the middle here, and then I will allow trucks to drop off to here, to, what's that called? To the cement storage, because the buses should never wait here. It should always be the construction vehicles that should wait here to get anything done. So that feels good. Good, good. Let's see, can we get a road connection from there? Yes, we can. I love it. Okay, get all that assigned. Number 2, please get on all of this. That looks great. We have some power there. I probably need to move. Either I have to move that power closer to here, or I have to do something else. I don't know what yet. Fire trucks. Almost forgot about this. Look at the money that's coming in. Wonderful. 1, 2. And I would like helicopters on here, but I don't know. Yeah, I can't afford it. 4 million? Nope. Can't afford the helicopters. So the fire trucks better do what I need them to do. Great. Awesome. Cool. Next thing, construction offices. Now I had the thought of just adding, so this one is 12, this one's 16. Do you have fuel? This is one, yeah, this is one of the good ones. This is one of the construction offices that usually gets upgrades all the time or updates all the time. So I like this in conjunction with some cheap ones that I also have built already and just use them as in between storages. Wow. What is... Wow. There's a power connection too? What is this thing doing? I've never seen that before. 1,300 workdays. That's just not what I want. All I need is a couple vehicle parks now. That's really all I want from the rest of this area. So let's just do that. We do have a couple excavators out here that can do some terraforming, so that's good. Guys, speed up, please. Speed up, please. I'm surprised to see that my health is at 90%. That is not something I expected. Anyways, so there's 32 vehicles here, and then another plop of vehicles right here. You could argue these are all looking the wrong way. Yeah, a little bit, but I would like to have this look like a big just construction park, where this is just pretty normal. So that looks good. I would actually... No, I wouldn't anything. Would I something? The only thing I would is consider putting the what they call it, the cement trucks closer to the cement area, and I think I can do that. There is another smaller version of this, 12 vehicles, yep. That can just go right here, and then they can grab the cement whenever it's available. Can I actually put you here? Nope, nope. Well, I could put you here. No. I want the cement trucks to just park here. 12 of them hopefully will do the trick. More are better, but this is going to be the main round group. Cool. Yeah, I split up the road there, but I'm not terribly worried about that. So that should look good. I think it will help. And then obviously I have this one here as well. I may just take this one out once we're done with everything. Something else that we will need is a fuel station, gas station, somewhere in this area. It will be a lot more beneficial to have this where all the construction happens. So in front of this guy will probably be good. I don't honestly see a good reason to say to not put one on this side, because 2 is better than 1. And this should take care of any stragglers, and then this will be a main road corridor. Once the traffic management comes out, this will probably be... I hope I can apply it here. Maybe it even works here. Maybe it's even worth applying here, because it opens up a lot of cool features that I would like to use. So let's do that. Cool. Then what else do we need? We need a little bit of power. Come out here. This honestly feels fine. Right there seems like a really good spot. Probably doesn't need gravel, but I'm not that worried about it right now. let's give you the large wires. I love that it can go behind there because now I can get it onto this track that I already had. Now let's do every other one. Can't wait for grid snapping because that will take care of all of this, make it look even better. Get that one connected, and cool. Now I can officially say construction office 2, do your job, get all of this done while I am doing something else. We have enough money for steel. Cool. Let's set up the chemical plant. Should we only set up one? Yeah, because the one that I can build is valid for 7 to 8 regular ones, and I'm happy with that because that's how many I usually would set up. So yeah, let's get this done. Where are you? Chemical. Fossil fuels, no. Here. No. Here. Yes. Chemical. This one. That's the building that we want. We do want to set this up in a way that allows, ideally, delivery of everything that we need. Should I put this outside the fence? I think that could be interesting. I could make an underground path to get to this building, but no, that doesn't help because I need the rail connection that's already there. So yeah, no. Let's just do some building here. I do hope that when I'm done with this, that the part that we just set up is pretty much going to be completed, so we can actually start planning the iron setup, iron industry. So we'll see how that goes. But this is the start. I do need a warehouse to catch all of the chemicals that we're going to produce here. So that's important. Can't forget that. Should I use a special warehouse or should I use just a regular one? Honestly, I don't mind having a nicer one. 234 tons versus 195. Yeah, the size is right. And look at the actual footprint of this building. This feels so appropriate. It is not even funny how appropriate this feels. I probably need a separate power source regardless of where I go here. I can probably extend this one out here a little bit and then cover a little more ground. I will put this here. Why? Because the rail, the train that will come in here will need to exit. Oh, this is great. We'll need to exit here, which means the queuing area is on this side of what's going on, and that is good enough for me. I think I want to split this out right here. Very good. And I probably have to split that one out one more time when I'm done with this. Why are you being funny? What? Why are you... F4? Can't tell what it's being funny about. All I want is this connection. That looks great. Let's get that built. Why does that look so wrong? I don't need you to look wrong. Can you just look nice once in a while? Okay. Thank you. At least that nature stuff is gone now. That's good. Okay, so this is the warehouse to receive all of the chemicals that have to be picked up at some point. Great. And moving on. What else do we need? I do want the rail connection to be usable at this plant because that can give us a little bit of extra workers. And workers are, I don't know if you know that, but workers are very, very important. So let's pop that in here. That looks good. And see if we can get this rail to connect like so. I did not expect any of this to be as simple as it is so far. And here's the thing that I always try to do is when you have a junction, don't get rid of the junction, just use the junction. Do as much as you can with that junction because that should help you do everything you need to do. So this, honestly, this looks fine. That rail's connected there already, and now we just have to find the correct rail connection right here. And sure, come out this way. There's a little bump there that I don't love, but it's fine. If you come out here, get you connected, and yeah, that looks great. Should I get... I think it could be beneficial to just put a pump here, an underground pump, because I can. There's a pump entrance or pump receiver here and on the other side. I think we can use that one. Get this one down here. Flip you because the road connection is on the other side. Yes. I like it. You already have power, so that is good. Underground piping. Is this completely necessary? Absolutely not. You don't have to do this at all, but mm, I think it's going to tell me that I can't do this at all in the first place. Let's see if I can get a above ground connection to do what I needed to do here. Lucky. I didn't expect that to work, but I'm glad that it did. So, cool. We have all those connections. All these connections give you a gravel path connection. That looks great. This one, oh good, you can actually get out of there. That is great. Now, where do we connect you to? I think we will just extend this wall to go behind here, so we don't have to worry about logistics too much. That should be fine. Let's take off the wall that we already built. Great. Then this guy can come in here. Flatten the ground a little bit, that's important. This guy, simple 90-degree angle, that looks great. Footpath. Honestly, aw. I mean, this is gonna work, I know that for sure. We could make this underground, but I don't want to. That's the only reason I don't want to. That can go in there. Let's go to number 2, tell you that you can get this constructed, and then tell number 1 to get started on this road. That looks great. Chemicals, chemicals, chemicals. What else do we need? How much do you have internal storage, and is that enough, or should we add more? Internal storage, 160 tons of gravel. That's a lot. Can drop that off with one train. Cool. We don't have to worry about oil. We do need to worry about crops, but 400 tons is also a lot. The only thing that you're not storing internally in the warehouse is wood, and that's it. So, let's get a connection for wood. Ideally, that is a train connection again. What I'm thinking right now is, and I would have to test that, and I probably don't want to test that, is can I drop off wood inside the building that then gets transferred to a connected open storage, wherever that open storage is? I believe, and it would be nice if one of you could tell me if that is correct or not. I believe that the answer is yes, you could. But I don't think it's worth the price of admission if it's not true. So what I'm gonna do is build it like this. I don't think I want that one there because it's going to block my rail connection. Block my rail connection, as you can see. So we don't want that. We also don't want this factory connection right here. Just get your rail. Oh, come on. Come on. I know you want to. I think what I have to do is take this one and put it a little further north. Just the tiniest bit, but just enough for it to be happy enough with me. Flip you again, like so. That looks... It's pretty much the same location because it wouldn't let me build where I wanted to build. Nope. This is not good enough yet. This is not... This doesn't get me to where I need to go. I do need a rail connection for the wood because there is enough of a need, and I do need the train to actually be able to exit from here. That's important. That looks like the most reasonable connection, so that's what we're gonna do. Is this ideal? It's good enough. Doesn't have to be ideal, just good enough. And there you go. And I think I will use this... Didn't see an excavator there. I was scared that it was actually trying to build it for money. I think I will use this as a mulligan to get a better a better fence connection in here, so that we can just build a couple more fences earlier than getting trains, because I don't want to get trains yet. Put this one here. That's the fence gate. That looks good. Then get this road connection somewhere useful. We have enough gravel, so I'm not worried about how much this will cost, potentially. We could totally build a bridge over here, but honestly, why? Because we are on top of a mountain, so if I don't want to build a bridge, I have to back this up and go into this little valley and then cross the rail right here. That is okay. Then we come just close to the rail. And honestly, that feels pretty fine. Yep. Get that connection in there. Hopefully someone's picking that up. And now we can connect the rest of the fencing. And actually, I do want to get a guard path that goes around the property, or at least part of the property, because you don't just want anyone to walk around here. So there we go. That's working pretty nice. Get you in here, hopefully 90 degree-ish. Come on. There you go. Awesome. Hey, we're building something today. I'm happy about that. That feels good. And then there is another fence connection over there that we can just hook into. Yeah, that's great. Fences. This one. Mauer. Mauer. German word. You're a German person. Just say it German. That feels a little wavy here, but no, let's do it again. Try this. Start there. Cool. And then go here. Relatively straight. That's all I need. And then just connect into there. That looks great. That one is also wavy. We don't need this. Cancel fence. Just up to here. And then try it again. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is going to be great. Nice big swinging motion. Oh, that's good. That looks good. I'm happy with that. And the next thing we can do is, just like last time, get this connected correctly. Again, C and X are the things that let you align this adequately. And that's all we need. We just need adequate. We don't need perfect. And then, how about just to here? We don't need everything, but just the part that is going to be used for the chemicals. And not everything has to be fenced in. This little path in front of here is probably a really, really, really good place to remind people where we are. There we go. And that makes me feel good. Now we have chemicals coming in here. All these guys can construct. I can probably tell the Rare Construction Office to get onto those right now. There's one. There's one. None of these should be accessible. And this one's also not accessible from the other side. Yeah, that feels good. Get started on that. How far are we over here? We are not done yet, but I didn't expect them to be, but they're done with a good chunk. They're done with these construction offices, and we only have $1 million. I thought by this time we had at least a couple million because we needed to actually continue everything that's going on here, but as you can see, we don't have the money, which means we probably can't afford all of the vehicles that we need to actually fill up this construction office, and that is a-okay for right now. Let's get at least a few things set up. This is our fuel Bowsers. I probably need to add another 1 or 2 vehicles here pretty soon, but at this point that's not what we're gonna do. Train set, yeah, we have to add that very soon as well. That looks good. Oh, I did turn the TV tower on. I don't know if you care. It doesn't seem like it has a huge amount of influence, maybe on health a little bit. No, it doesn't say that it has a health influence, so I don't know why we're at 90% here, but probably just means that we haven't... oh, sport. The need for sport went down, so maybe that's helping health a little bit, because, I don't know, there's some math going on here. And 90% is pretty high for my health in the city, and I think the winters were okay. I also have the stadium done, but I think it just serves the need for some tourism and not actually for sport or anything else, so sadly nobody has gone there yet. I'll just reduce some staffing here. That should be fine. How are we looking here? Wow, a lot less workers. This percentage is actually really good to see. So I like that. How are we doing over here? We have food stored here, which is awesome because that means even with full trains exporting food a lot, we have enough food to export even more. Yes. How are we doing here? There's not a long line of stuff to export. You're just looking for a little more material. That is fine. What are we missing at this point? I think at this point we are missing just a few materials for this guy. Yeah, I can't bring you there. Few materials. We are needing electronic components for this. That's really it. I'm not building electric track yet. I kind of like the challenge of using just fuel trains, and so far it's been okay. Diesel trains, fuel trains, whatever you want to call it. And so far it's been okay for me. So I may just keep that going. Once we're on the other side of the river, I may change my mind. But for right now, this seems a-okay. Any messages that we need to care about? Last chance to buy, new vehicle type, last chance to stop production, collision. Probably fine. Yep, nothing's happening anymore, so that is good. Train is waiting too long. That's usually generally at the border. Oh, you can't get in there because I have to send you home. I just resort to babysitting these trains when it comes to this. It's a lot easier than anything else. What are you doing? You're bringing food to somewhere. Interesting road you're taking, but that's okay. I'll allow it. Yeah, this all looks good. This road is going to be done pretty soon. It's not going to take very long. Oh, it did say that I needed to rearrange the power connection from over there, and we can do that right now. The open storage is faster. It's 100%, well, it's definitely faster if I give it power, but it has power already, so all we need to do is make sure that all of these are covered. And I think we can do that pretty easily right here. I'm pausing because I'm trying to think if there is a better place for it, but I don't think so. So, how far can we go over here? No, let's put it closer to the chemical factory. And then just say that this guy over here... not doing what I wanted to do, so I'm going to do it the ginger way. Get rid of this. Get rid of this piece of road, please. Thank you. And then get me a high or medium voltage wire with the highest capacity. That looks great. I don't mind if you go in between these rails. That looks fine. Get you there, and yeah, I should be able to build this once these guys are done. So that feels great. Get number 1 on here. You may ask, why haven't you built any of this yet? And it just doesn't feel... I want to wait until steel, because fuel is a good expense to have, and it's going to take a lot of workers to even have the capacity to produce fuel. So I'm okay with waiting for now. I may change my mind on that pretty soon. I mean, look at all the other steel that are already imported for this whole area. It's what I'm saying is what I said is a pretty lame excuse, but it's my excuse and I'm sticking with it for now. The workers that we have here, yeah, that all looks great. How much food do we have here? Yeah, that looks great. I think this was a train that was just now sitting at that industrial complex where we just came from. Interesting, very interesting. These buildings I do need to fill up relatively soon. I think that will be important, but not right now, so that is fine. These guys, yeah, they're doing what they're supposed to do. Again, at this point, it's more a problem of the money that we need and nothing else. How should I do bitumen here? I feel that burdening any distribution offices with that sometimes just results in your distribution office being unable to operate because they have a little bit of leftover bitumen or something else. Since I'm not producing it right now, how about we just allow this truck to take a really long trip every time, and then after a few trips, the bitumen should be done, should be ready, should be full. That's what I'm saying. 300 tons, yeah, that's a several trucks. But once it's full, the truck should be mostly idle. So yeah, we'll just let it work for a year or so, and then we should be good on that resource. Awesome. What else is going on? These guys are fine. Where are we on time? 41 minutes. Probably less than that. See, I know that I really, really, really want to start building on the iron ore. But I know that, well, no, I can plan out the iron, just the mine for right now. We need passenger traffic, we need storages, and we need the actual mine's place. So let's start with that. Right here is where the mines are. Probably a little bit right there. That would be good. Metallurgy, steel, iron mine, yes. What's this? 225 workers, 250 workers, 5.9 tons. 4 tons versus this one. Ooh. Oh, well, I can't put this type of mine in the mountains. Just looking for a couple different ones. But that one isn't it. Tiny iron ore mine, don't do that one. Small iron mine, I think this one may even be a automatic one. This, I would consider. The only problem I have is it produces more per worker. And it's about the same size as the vanilla one. I've never built one of these, and I don't think it matters that much anymore at this point. If we are gaining a little advantage or not doesn't make a huge difference. Let's see what the percentage is for the area that this one covers. Come on. I can see it's not ideal, but I want to see what it is regardless. Come on. 30%. Yeah, we can't afford that. Oh wait. Oh wait. Wait, there's more. 25,000 workdays, 700 tons of steel. That beast is expensive. 25,000 workdays? But it could... If I stick to vanilla, I cannot use this much iron ore. Like there's nothing that will require this much iron ore. That number one. Number two, I don't want to export iron ore that much. I mean, I think that one would feed into this gigantic iron ore processing plant, and they're fine. There's nothing wrong with these, but there's just, I don't need to use this much. I want to produce this much. No. Let's just shut up, B-Ball Joe. We need 50. I can't bring 1,500 workers here. No, just back up. Let's back up. I need to produce enough for a steel mill and a little extra. So this is effectively 2 mines. So if I can build 2 of these at a relatively decent source quality, maybe 50%, that would be great. That'd be awesome. Then I think we are producing more than enough, because currently we also only have 2 coal mines. We need a lot more coal production than we have. I'm okay with this being the only iron ore production that we have. I think that would be fine. But we just don't need that much iron ore. Just overall, the only reason we need it is for steel, and we'll see how big the steel production is when we're done with it. So yeah, no, we'll just start with this and see where it goes. These 2 are effectively account for 2 vanilla mines each. So this is 4 vanilla mines. That should be more than enough production for what we need. It's going to take a little while to get the mountain to do what I need it to do. And I don't know if it's going to work. So just bear with me for a minute. Sorry, I didn't mean for it to snow there, but I'm trying to figure out if there's any way I can get a train up here, because these are both for 425 people at a time. That means 800 need to be delivered, which the cableway just can't handle that. Again, I don't need that much iron ore, but if I have these, I should probably do my best to actually maximize the production here. So I would like to have enough of production. Actually, I have an idea. We can't make metros, but we can make tunnels that make climbing a mountain a lot easier. So let's find a platform that can work here. Bigger, much bigger than that. This one, yeah, that looks great. Point it the right way. It's nice and skinny, which should make what I'm going to do here a lot easier. But let's see. Build you up right there. I need to make sure that I can actually get a footpath connection into these areas. Yeah, perfect. That's good. These will need road connections, otherwise I can't build them. But now, if we go here and try to build a tunnel. Saw a piece of green, so I know this works. Just don't know where it was. Oh, right after here. That is not terrible. I think it will look a little ugly, but it's not terrible if we do a tunnel right here. Is there any other location that you will allow me to tunnel out of? No, not. That's fine. Yes, I think it will be a lot better to have a tunnel working here instead of just rail trying to get it up there, up this mountain. And again, the cableway is not going to be a high enough capacity for bringing more people in than this. So yeah, let's just build a nice loop here, and it looks like the mountain is already leveling out a little bit, so it shouldn't be that complicated to get this all to work. Anyways, we pretty much have what we needed. We have the iron coming in now. Now, how much are we producing? Let's do a real quick gut check, because that's how I like to roll. 400 times 5. Keep it very simple. 2,000, is that 2,000? 400 times 5. 4 times 5 is 200 times 2, no, 4 times 5 is 20 times 2 zeros is 2,000. Yeah, 2,000 tons of iron ore per day if we go max. So 4,000 tons. That's what we have to consume. So what options do we have for consuming that? Okay, let's see. 3,500 tons. Nope. 105 tons. Nope. Actually, 3,500 tons is pretty close. That is 4,000, right? I'm not an idiot. Is this right? It's not a humongous building. Now I want to use my calculator. So yeah, 400 times 5.5 is what? 400 times 5.5 should be 2,000. So 4,000 per production here. 425 times 5.5 is 2,300. Yeah, no, this is right. This is the correct building that I need to use here, unless I find a more suited one. 3,500, 350, 350, nothing, 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 nothing. No, these are all too small. This one consumes coal as well, so no, I just want... Oh, I'm an idiot. This one produces 3,500 tons. It consumes 7,500 tons. So yeah, no, this is still the right one, or the best size one for what we want to do here, because everything else would simply... well, we could add a lot of buildings here, but I don't want to add a lot of buildings. I just want to add a lot of production. That's really what I want. Now, ooh. I was just gonna say, I don't know if we're gonna get a good flat piece of ground here, but with what's going on, and there's no footpath connection here, but there's a road connection on the north side that I can use. I believe that I can get a footpath, a tunnel, from the train station that we have up in the mountain already to this building, so then we can serve the whole iron industry with just one train, potentially, or one train station at least. And I think that alone is pretty much worth it. This is going to take a little while, as usual. Again, sorry about the snow, but let's speed this up. Yes, if you change your game speed, the terraforming speed is also changed. However, if you play at if you play at pause speed and terraform at pause speed, then you don't pay any fuel cost. Isn't that cool? Get this one done. And I may even be able to do this with one engine. The engine where it is right now is not very helpful, but I don't think we actually need more than one. So I'm going to adjust that too. First, place this huge building, which is going to be very expensive. Good thing we have 1.6 million in the bank now, and we probably paid back some loans. I would like to look at that pretty soon. Let's plop that down right away and then see what we can do here. You probably run into this, that placing anything gets really, really hard every once in a while. Just because terraforming gets really hard in this game at times. Just find an angle, don't go just straight. Find an angle that can actually make something happen for you and use that angle to your advantage, and it will be fine. Someone said on the interwebs that when I do it, it looks too easy. It's the wrong word, but essentially they were saying, yeah, when you do it, it doesn't look that bad, but when I do it, it takes forever. Sure, just play with the game. Don't fight the game. That's the best advice that I can give you. This is all I wanted. Just have a connection, and then I will try to make the road connection more 90 degree-ish, because that should help actually be able to get the road connection in where this building is. Oh, good. These conveyor engines are a little more forgiving than the vanilla ones. On the vanilla ones, it's really hard to get any good connection in at all, period. So I'm glad this worked out. That's good, that's good, that's good. Let's turn this ugly off. We definitely need some power coming in here. That's not a question. There's just a question of, can we get a power line coming in right here. Now this building has an extra power in. I don't know that we need to use it. Let's see how much power you consume. 120 megawatts. It's 2 megawatts. 2 megawatt line, which is just a large medium voltage line. So no, we don't need anything extra. Just when it says megawatt hours, MWH, all you have to do is divide it by 60 because it's 60 minutes in an hour. That's the math in this game. That's not real math in real life, so don't complain about it. It's just what it is. And we should be fine. Let's get... Come on, there we go. Yep. And this should take care of everything that we need. Now, what is the internal storage in this thing? Do I even have to worry about picking it up directly? Or is there enough internal storage that I can just leave it there? Let's see. Aggregate storage. 4,000 tons. That is bigger than the storage capacity that I have here. Yeah, it's 2 of these. No, I don't need an extra storage need. I don't need it. I don't need one of those. Thank you. Good. Cool. Awesome. Rail. Rail's next. Do I still have time? I hope I still have time. See, this is what happens when it's like 30 minutes in. I'm like, oh, I still have some time, so let's do a little more stuff. And then you start doing a little more stuff, and then it's an hour in, and you're like, oh, I'm way too late now. Oopsies. Anyways. Rail connections. What do we want to do here? I think what we can start with is just treat this as the center line, as the entrance. Do I not have snapping on? I don't have snapping on. Now I have snapping on. Beautiful. Because if I start here, and then later on decide, oh, I want more, then I can just go in here, build track out like this, and then you can always add more things to it. For right now, actually, let's just do this. Let's see if I can get this somewhat mirrored. Sure. This looks pretty mirrored. I'm not going to fill in all of these because I don't know that we need them, but if we need them, I can fill them in and life should be good. There's something that just popped up in my brain that makes me think I should go check out if it's broken, and it's broken. This guy indeed is holding up a bunch of trains. Not very nice. Fixing it. Also, over here, I think we're pretty close to being done with all of this construction setup that we need. Definitely going to be done with that by the next episode, so that is neat. And then just continue over here. Because this is going to be a one-directional loop, I will just take this as the entrance. Just because that's what I want, not because there's any other deeper meaning to that. So let's just do this. You don't want to connect right into there. That is a-okay. Can I get... Just want to see if there's a better angle that I can get in here. I don't think I can, so that's fine. This doesn't look terrible. Love it. Cool. So that goes in there. It's like a trident and a little more. And that looks good. Now we are driving on the right. So this is a little awkward because on the right driving usually means that this side will be coming in. But I think we can manage since this is all a one-directional track. We will probably do this. Give me some asphalt road to connect just straight out here. I don't know where this road is going to go, but eventually we're going to do something with it. At this point, I have to ask myself, should the steel mill be right here? Because this is kind of where I planned on having the steel mill, which would mean I could transport the iron directly to the steel mill. I know that I have to transport the coal from over here to the steel mill. Could I put a long conveyor belt in there? Yes, totally, absolutely. That's totally a thing that could happen. But should I? That's really the question, because there is a good... Next time. We're getting too long. Sorry about that, but do you know what a cliffhanger is? Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.